You just hit level 90. You're staring at the auction house. That Darkmoon deck you need to top the meters, it costs a fortune. Those epic crafted pieces, the prices are absurd. Let's be honest, because gold is everything in Mists of Pandaria right now, and it is very tight to come by. But it is out there for the taking too. And today I'm not going to show you some theory crafted method from a forum post 10 years ago. Instead, I'm going to be pulling back the curtain, showing you the exact methods I personally used to make over 60,000 gold this week. This is my real, tested playbook for getting rich right now. Stick around too, because to prove how good these methods are, I'm giving away a chunk of my profits at the end of the video. Let's get rich together. So our first method, the high octane hustle. Let's start with the single highest raw gold per hour method in the entire game right now. This is how I made the bulk of my fortune, boosting. See, players are getting really burned out from leveling, and some of them, they're willing to pay a huge premium to get level 90 completely AFK. You've probably seen solo Guardian Druids, the Blood Death Knights. They're selling something called a monkey run in Stormstout Brewery. They pull all the monkeys up to the first boss, they nuke them down, they reset. A friend of mine, he's pulled in over 100,000 gold just doing this. Pretty insane, right? My issue though, on my undergeared warrior, I have some problems soloing the monkey runs. Here's the alternative duo method that we perfected instead. I swapped from my arm spec to protection spec, and I teamed up with my buddy Sam Medina on his Blood Death Knight. You could do this with pretty much any combination of tanks though. What we started doing was selling Mogish and Palace boosts. 4,000 gold per boosty for 5 runs. You can easily do 30 plus runs an hour too. Here's exactly how we did it. We would grab 2 paying customers. We'd find a healer that we brought along for free. Then we just split the entire dungeon into 2 massive pulls. That's a big thing. You don't have to do it in one pull. We use swiftness pots, or if they're cheap, the dark water pots, the new ones, are very good. The secret sauce though was that Sam Medina, his Gore Fiend's grasp, it would suck all the different mobs together into a tight ball, and then we could just really easily cleave them down. The result of that was that we made over 50,000 gold in about 90 minutes. We split the profit, and it was some of the easiest money I've ever made. If you want to see the chaos for yourself, Sam Medina, he has a full video of our boosting escapades, link below the video. So method number 2 is the chill grinds. Boosting, it's intense, it's full effort. Sometimes you want to turn your brain off, you want to do something really relaxing, watch some Netflix, and still make gold. That's where the chill dungeon grinds, the open world grinds, that's where they come into play. I've spent hours testing these spots myself, and I can really recommend them. So my personal favorite is still those old raids, still the tried and true. Blackwing Lair, Naxxramas, Tempest Keep, Black Temple. At level 90 on most classes, especially any tanky class, you can breeze through an entire raid clear in 15-20 minutes all by yourself. These old raid lockouts, they're a gold mine. Not only for raw gold though, but the pets like Anubis Idol, they still sell for 5,000-6,000 gold. In Pandaria itself though, my favorite location still Zanvez in the Dread Wastes. Use the Potion of Luck for extra treasure chests, fly between the packs, go to town. You get cloth, greens, free reputation, motes of harmony, even epics occasionally as well. It is a jackpot. For pure Windwool cloth though, the eastern side of Dread Waste, it's still amazing for its fast mob respawns. Another popular method I've seen for farming is as simple as queuing up for a dungeon group as a tank. Whenever the bonus satchel is active, you'll be making bank. I know multiple tanks with 50,000 plus gold purely from spamming dungeons. Amazing. But what about the most relaxed gold farm in WoW history? Well, that's my herb and my mining alt that I've been having so much fun with. See, in Mists of Pandaria, you can actually pick up mining and herbalism at level 1. You still can mine an herb in Pandaria. So when I'm in dungeon queues on my druid, I can fly around, I can mine, I can herb, I can get thousands of gold of ghost iron ore, golden lotus, other herbs too. The pro tip is to do this on a druid like I do. First of all, druids are awesome, but second, thanks to the flight form, if you already have a level 90, you can pick herbs without getting dismounted. It is without a doubt the most efficient, chill way to print gold in the entire game. So method number 3 is the community jackpot. So this method is really the highest potential payout for the least amount of your time, only a few hours. A lot of people, they hear the word GDKP, they think the most super elitist toxic thing. Most people I've talked to, they don't even think GDKPs are allowed anymore. But that misunderstanding is why this could actually be one of the biggest tickets to your fortune. Think of GDKPs like a private auction house right inside the raid. Here's how it works. A boss dies, an item drops. Instead of rolling though, players are going to bid their gold on it. At the end of the raid, that entire pot of gold is split evenly through the entire raid. Well, mostly evenly. There are really two major roles in GDKPs. There are the buyers. Those are the players with the deep pockets. They want to have gear, they want to have it fast. They're happy to pay a premium for their best in slot items. Second is the carries. This is most likely you, a geared player, or really just somebody playing any class that's desirable. They're here to perform, they're here to clear the content. Here's the secret though, that people are missing. You really don't need to buy a single thing in a GDKP. Most Mogish Unfolds loot, it's really all gonna be replaced with Heart of Fear and Terrace of Endless Spring loot anyways. So you could just show up, play your class well, you pass on bidding, a few hours of raiding later, you're walking away with 15, 20, 30,000 gold payouts just for a little bit of time. Healers are especially in demand. Be willing to dual spec to healer. Thanks to Zyrene's nerfs, nobody wants to play a healer right now, so you can easily get a free spot and a huge cut too. To prove just how good my method is, by the way, I ran a GDKP on Friday. We cleared the raid. Everybody made thousands of gold. In fact, we're still looking for cool guys to play with next week, so hit me on Benediction Alliance if you're interested. So method number 4, the big brain play professions. Finally, if you'd rather play the market than actually go out and farm mobs, professions are printing money. Inscription, obviously the king because of those Darkmoon decks. You level Inscription, you make the cards, hopefully you get some tigers. It's still the single best investment you can make for phase 1. Really, the demand is off the charts, proven by the fact that I just spent 50,000 gold on my own deck. One risky strategy you can do as well if you really love to gamble is to combine cards from the auction house into a deck, and sometimes at peak hours there really could be some profit made. Alchemy though is another powerhouse. Once you get a recipe through discovery, you have a chance to proc extra potions, so that's literally free money, especially on raid days. More money though is that transmute living steel. Every single day an effortless 700, 800 gold profit per day, at least according to Living Steel aficionado Squeege. And don't sleep on cooking either. The raid foods that you get individually, they are better than any feast. So being able to craft your own, it's gonna save you thousands in the long run, and you can actually sell them for profit too. So there you have it, the hustle, the grind, the jackpot, the market. These are the 4 real tested approaches I'm personally using to get raid ready to dominate. Because these methods have been so good to me, by the way, it is time to give back to you guys. We've made so much gold boosting this week, the GDKPs, so I'm giving away 10,000 gold on my stream this Saturday night on Benediction Alliance. Entries will start at 6 p.m. Eastern on twitch.tv/nohitjerome. Thank you so much for watching. If this guide helped you out, smash that like button, subscribe for more. Now get out there and make some gold.